Thank you for stopping back by Just Piddlin Barbecue. Today we're going to do a simple cook, baby back ribs on the pit barrel cooker. Stay tuned. Now this is going to be a pretty short video as far as my videos go. Mine run a little bit long, but today it's going to be 98 degrees and the heat index is going to be about 110, so we're going to try to get this done fairly quick. It's going to be a really simple, basic baby back rib cook on the pit barrel cooker. Now I've had this pit barrel cooker for over a year or so. It has no modifications whatsoever, and the biggest reason for that is because it doesn't need any. It cooks perfectly straight out of the box just like it is. Mine is still that way. No temp gauges, no nothing. I love the way it cooks. I don't care what the temperature is, it cooks perfect. So that's how we're going to cook on it today. The first thing that we're going to do is light our charcoal and let it get heating up. Then I'll bring the ribs out and show you how we season those up. So let's get started with that. All right, the first thing that I did was I filled up our charcoal basket level with the top, and I'm going to go ahead and set it inside the pit barrel cooker all the way down in the bottom, centered up right there in the middle. Now today I'm using Kingsford, but I'm using the Kingsford cherry wood briquettes. I do have a lot of lump charcoal over there thanks to a lot of my subscribers, but I don't use lump charcoal in my pit barrel cooker, so that's why I'm using briquettes today. I'll be using those in upcoming videos for sure, but I'm going to try the cherry wood Kingsford briquettes today and see how those do. But I poured the charcoal basket level, and then I took 30 of them out and I put them in my chimney. So I've got 30 out of a level charcoal basket in my chimney, and now I'm going to put my rack on. And today I'm using the rack with the drop down side. Actually, I'll do it that way because I'm also going to be putting some chicken wings on here as well, just because I want to take advantage of all the charcoal that's going to be in there, because there's going to be plenty. I've got a couple of tumbleweeds I'm going to put under my basket, and we'll light those real quick and let this charcoal start heating up. Just like that. Now I'm going to go inside, bring the ribs out, and I'll show you how I season those up. Alright, now I'm going to show you how I seasoned up these ribs. Really simple, nothing extravagant today. I've already seasoned one up. I've already removed the membrane off the back of both of them. I've already seasoned this one up, but I'll do this one the same way. A little olive oil for a binder on the back side. I'll do the front side the same way. Flip it back over. Now we'll season the back side. Now use any kind of seasoning that you want. Today I'm using a pork and poultry seasoning that I had in combination with a little bit of a coffee rub, but use whatever seasoning that you like. But I'm going to season it pretty liberally, just because I'm not going to sauce these. This is going to be a dry rub today, or a dry rib. So I want to get as much flavor as I can from this rub that we're putting on. This has got some sugars, pepper, salt, savory, but with a little sweetness as well, so that'll be pretty good. Season it up really good on that small end. And now we need to get our hooks in. Alright, so now we're going to place our hooks. And for me, on baby back ribs, I like going on the short end because they tend to be a little bit meatier on this end. So I'm going to go in, there's one rib, there's two ribs. So right under that rib, that's where I'm going to hook it and come up through the top. So again, on the short end, the meatier end, there's one rib, there's two ribs, right under that second rib right there. Right through, and that's how we're going to hook it, and that should be perfect. All right, this charcoal's been heating up for about 20 minutes. Now we're gonna go ahead and get it in the charcoal basket and get this cook started. I usually let them go for about 20 minutes. Take this out, put that on the side, and then pour these in there. Try to get them even if you can. You can get a smaller charcoal chimney. I just don't have one. That's all right. Now you can use one of these pieces of rebar to kind of spread the charcoal out, situate it however you like. That looks pretty even. Alright, now as I said, I'm going to put this rack in because I'm going to be putting some chicken wings in here. And so I'm going to set it in here just like this. There we go. Now we're going to put our rebar in. Now, even though we're only hanging one side, it's important to put both pieces of rebar in because that is what creates or controls the airflow. So even if you're only hanging on one side, you have to put both pieces of rebar in. So now let's hang our ribs. And right now it is exactly 12 noon. So I'll let you know exactly how long these take. Let's get the lid on and let it go. Alright folks, it's 3 o'clock, exactly 3 hours since we put the ribs on. I haven't done a thing to them. I've only opened the lid 3 times, and that was really to check the chicken wings and take them off. They were on about 2.5 hours. I've already got them off, but I haven't done a thing at all to the ribs. 3 hours, I'm fixing to check them, see if they're done or not, and we'll go from there. Really hot, it's like 106 degrees with the heat index today. Plenty of pullback on the bones. I'm thinking that they're probably going to be done, but we're going to check them anyway. Look at that, beautiful. I'm going to get the lid back on these. And we'll check these first. Again, a lot of pullback from the bone. I'm just going to grab these on the end right here. About halfway down. Give it a little bend test. Starting to crack right here. They're definitely pulling away right there. And right there as well. You can see how the bones want to come out. I think maybe I'll let them go maybe 15 more minutes, and that's going to be it, and I'm going to call them done. So I'm going to put them back on for maybe 15-20 minutes, but I think they're pretty much about where that I want them. Again, plenty of pullback on those bones. Check these. And let's see what these tell us. Check them from the same end down here. These might be a little farther along. Oh, they're about the same. Little pullback there. But I think I'm going to let them go maybe another 20 minutes. And that's what I'll do. Alright, it's been about 15 minutes. And I'm going to call these good. Get them in this pan. I don't want them to fall off into the pit. Get this lid back on them. Let them cool for a few minutes and then we'll do a taste test. Alright, we've let the ribs cool so I can touch them enough to slice these up. I've already sliced up one rack inside in there, but the lighting's a little better out here, so I wanted to come out here and slice these up, and then I'll do a taste test and we'll see what we got. Really tender. Beautiful rib, nice and juicy. Tons of juice in that rib. Real happy with that Kingsford cherry wood charcoal. Did really well. Again, no modifications on the pit barrel cooker because it doesn't need any. Perfect right out of the box. No temp gauges, nothing added to the pit barrel cooker. Do it just like they tell you to do it, and it's going to come out perfect. Just like these ribs. I'm going to take that one right there for myself. Still a little hot, but beautiful. Using my Silver Stag custom knife. Thanks, Gregor. Now let's give these a try. Beautiful, tons of juice. Perfect bite. You cannot beat these ribs from that pit barrel cooker. If I'm doing ribs, they're going to be in that pit barrel cooker. It can't be any easier than cooking than that. Do it just like they say. Put the ribs in there, 3 hours later, take them off and they're done. I didn't have to do a thing. Great rib. That's awesome. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Give it a try. Keep it simple. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Until next time, we'll be piddling.